chills. My jewelry cold as chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep where you from, where your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. At first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal.
All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to Chile, but
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on.
all right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to Chile, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up. A yard or two shy of the 30.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Switch it.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mariota to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Working out of the gun. Mariota got him in. It's Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Mariota looking for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. from the shotgun. It's Mariota. Steps away to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. On first down, Mahomes. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
These two. Hey, Sunday.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Fielded at the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Uncorks one for Davis. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here's Geis. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Darius Geis, 57 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And They'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run with Henry. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to get him for a loss of about 3. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Third and long here for Mariota. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. They'll look to set up his blockers. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back. Here, 15. 15. Blue dot Porkers.
Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the... That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 64 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. on 2nd and 13. Mariota. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
3 butt, 3 butt, 3 butt.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. On the draw, they go to Geis. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This one from 48 yards away. And Butker able to put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. He's going to air one out and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action now. Mariota. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Here we go.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Moore now. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Ready?
Throwing again. Moore. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw is Moore. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's incomplete. They had points on their first 2 possessions, a touchdown and a field goal, but this time, defense stands strong.
Would you say that things maybe are trending now in the right direction for them?
Better than drives 1 and 2.
There's no doubt about it. Now maybe they can exhale a little bit, gather themselves, and really get back into this game. And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Hey, box truck. Get it.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and get it with Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short. as he did not get the push he needed. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Butker's kick here is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Mariota on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
You go tight. Chopper. Deep grip.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. Now we're going to get a stoppage, and oh boy, that looks to be Geis, who is down on the turf. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Smooth. Yo, go. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hit it.
Now Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
I got you, son. I got you, son. Check. Hard. Fire.
From the gun, Moore. And Robinson with a big catch. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys run up the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, Charlie. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Ready?
Here's Moore looking to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. 30 base. 59. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go. Recon, 132 fighter. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check the backer. Check the backer. 6 guy. Check 6 guy. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Mike 5'9. General West.
They run it again with Williams. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Check 43.
Greystone travel. Get it.
Moore now, operating from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Kansas City. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll toss it to Henry. fighting his way through contact. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his... guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
Operating from the gun. Moore. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 47 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Moore from the gun. He'll throw. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You ready?
59. Mike, 59. Watch the pass.
Hey, Echo.
Mike, check.
To throw is Moore on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jayon Brown. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Yes.
Mike 5'9". Mike.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, pick your game up. 59 Mike. Check. 59. Bring your
Five.
Now Williams. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chiefs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Now Moore. His pass going to be caught by Hardman, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Darren Lee gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in with Henry, but he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check 26, check 26, check 24.
Now Moore off the play fake. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 23. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. On first down, it's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, box drop.
Ready? 3rd and 2, Tannehill. Going right side here, and that's complete. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. Give them 32 on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Now.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Williams. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.